18th of January, and welcome back to the video. And today's topic is basically this little thing here. So recently, I have been through some rough times. I mean, thank God I did not lose anybody. Thank God I did not have any health problems, but it was just a very stressful period overall. I had a committee exam because I'm studying medicine, and it's a very comprehensive and hard exam, let's say, where in one exam you cover all of the lectures, and it's not really easy. And because I was studying for that, and I had some other tasks in my life as well, relating to the company that I work, and also some other things that I do, other responsibilities. And it was a really overwhelming period overall, let's say. Sometimes you kind of feel like you don't want to do anything, you don't have any time for your hobbies, you cannot clear up your mind, and your brain is just stuck at this negative phase where you think about your exam or the responsibilities that you need to do and you have, and it can really lead you to a mental state where you're not happy with where you are. And the problem with this one is that it can lead you to indulge in some other bad activities which relieve you in short term, but in the long term are more detrimental for your mental health. And during these periods, it's good to let these emotions and let these feelings and let these thoughts out of yourself. But it's not always logical to talk to other people about these, because most people are a piece of shit when it comes to handling these situations. They don't know how to handle someone who are going through a tough time. They don't know how to listen to someone. They don't know how to relate to someone. And they don't know how to receive you when you are going through these bad periods in your life. So oftentimes, most people are not able to help you. And even though some people can help you, even though you may have found someone who can actually help you, who can actually understand you and listen to you, it's not always possible to share some things to these people. And it's not always, again, logical to share some things even to these people. Some things basically cannot be shared. You may have feelings or thoughts like that where, oh my God, I'm going through this thought that I don't want to feel this, I don't want to think about this, but it's not something that I can really share with someone. And this notepad has really come in handy in this period where I've gone through this dark times, let's say. So what I'm basically talking about is journaling. So I have heard about journaling a lot, but I didn't really understand how it would help me, or I didn't really believe that it could actually help me before I actually implemented it, because I was feeling so desperate. Meditations did not work. I did not know how to get out of this position because I did not have time to actually improve my mental health and do some activities which will heal me. I did not have time for them because I needed to study. I needed to study like 10 hours a day for the last 2 weeks, and I wasn't sleeping that good, so I needed an outlet. I needed something where I can relieve myself. Of course, at first I indulged in some activities that I should not have indulged, which are highly dopaminergic, instant gratification activities, and they did not do any good for me. They did not do any good for me. They were even more detrimental after I indulged in them. I was feeling more guilty. So I thought myself, I'm just gonna journal. I'm just gonna write what I think, because I was constantly thinking about some things and they weren't usually good thoughts. So I needed to let these out, and I just opened up my notepad and I just written. And I written like crazy. At first I had written like 2 pages, non-stop. I was just constantly thinking, writing, constantly thinking, writing. And at the end of the first session, my heartbeat kind of slowed down and I felt a sense of calmness, let's say. I mean, my situation in my life wasn't changed. I was still in this stressful period where I needed to study for my exam, and it was getting closer, and I had a lot of things to do. But when I let those thoughts and let those worries on a clean sheet and I actually let them out of myself, I was actually relieved. Because I think it wasn't the responsibilities or the worries that I had that it actually took away from my mental health. It wasn't the thoughts and the responsibilities that were actually detrimental for my health. It was the way that I was processing them. Actually, I wasn't processing them, and that was the problem. I wasn't understanding them. I did not put them onto a clear sheet, let's say, so I wasn't looking at them from the right way. And when I written these thoughts out, for some of them I realized that I did not actually have to worry about them. It wasn't something that was really serious. When I written that, I understood that it wasn't that serious. But until I have written in that notepad, I did not understand that it was not something that serious. My brain was not capable of understanding that that thought wasn't something that serious. But when I written that down on a piece of paper, I kind of organized my thoughts. I kind of put them on a more clear state, and they weren't wandering anymore. My mind was more clear about the things that it was thinking about. So it calmed me down. It actually worked. When I put these worries down on a paper, when I put these thoughts down on a paper, at least my brain could process what these thoughts were accurately. And then I was able to find solutions. I was able to prioritize these thoughts on a better level. I was able to let go of some things when I written them down. Because it's not the thoughts that come to our head that actually is detrimental for us. It's the way that we process them. It's the way that we obsess over them. So it's not the thoughts that come to your head. It's the way that you organize them and your brain processes them that makes you feel worse. And journaling actually helps you to process these thoughts in a more, how can I say, more refined way. It organizes your thoughts and it clears up your mind about what is actually bothering you. And it also helps you to find solutions if you can actually find one. So journaling was really helpful for me during this period. And after that first session that I noticed that it was good for me, I started doing it more. Whenever I was thinking about something bad, I just opened up this notepad and I just written it down. And sometimes it didn't have the same effect, same mind-blowing effect that I had on the first session, but it was still relieving because I was again processing these thoughts at a more healthier way and noticing some patterns, noticing some solutions, and noticing what I was actually doing wrong. So, and after that I started combining these with some meditation routines as well. So I would journal first and then meditate for a couple minutes, and it really made a difference because I did not have anything else that I could do to actually relieve my brain. So I tried this out and it really worked. I wasn't feeling 100% because I still had the exam. I still had these anxiety feelings, these worries, but at least I was in a better place when I written these thoughts down and written these things down. So would I recommend you anything, any format to do journaling? So do you actually need to do anything specific? No. Just open a notepad and write down what you think. Write down what is bothering you. Write down the thoughts that you constantly think, because when you think about something constantly, it starts to bother you every day, and you want to let that thing aside and think about other things for a second. And it really helps you to build a better relationship with your thoughts and your emotions, let's say, just like the meditation does. But letting it out on a piece of paper, is a very good way to do that, because you basically get those things out of your head. You're getting out of your head. And yep, this actually works, and I would recommend you to do it. So that was kind of my experience with journaling. I mean, my exam is over right now, so I'm not feeling anything bad in particular, thank God. I am generally in a happier mood. I have more time for the hobbies that actually make me feel good, like reading books, going out for walks, training, meeting with loved ones. But I will still continue to do this writing down thing if something bothers me. So yeah, journaling actually works, and you need to become best friends with this notepad. You need to share things with this notepad. Because like I said, some things cannot be shared with other people, and some things are very detrimental for your mental health if they stay in here. They have to be sent out, and they have to be written down, or they have to be talked out. What I'm trying to say is, don't try to trap these thoughts into your head and constantly think about them. Organize them, build a better relationship with them, and in order to do this, this is the best way, most of the times. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching, and see you again.